Do. Hello, friends. Okay, I'm live. I had a few technical difficulties because I don't know, it's been a minute since we have done Whiskey Wednesday. This is something we had, oh my gosh, we've been doing Whiskey Wednesday for like 3 or 4 years. And then mom and dad moved to Georgia, and I kind of got a little busy taking care of them. So we stopped for like the past almost like 18 months. But I'm back by popular demand. I had a bunch of agents say, Joannie, I really, really liked Whiskey Wednesday, and I'd love for you to do it again. So we are here. We are back. I have to remember how to do all the things within Whiskey Wednesday to make sure that I am running this professionally. Okay, so here's what happens. This is live. It is being run on StreamYard. It is on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. It is underneath Joannie, Joannie Bates. And yeah, what do we do here? Well, we talk about real estate. We talk about investing. We talk about buying and selling. We talk about what I like. I like dark liquor. And honestly, we just kind of have fun. We talk about different things in regards to business, in regards to being in your 50s and kind of starting, I don't know, over, if you will, or reimagining yourself in a different space. And so I am doing tonight's episode as kind of a let me reintroduce myself to you. And you can comment. I know, isn't that cool? You can comment. The best part about this platform is we have so much fun just talking about different things in real estate, new agents, old agents, people thinking about getting into the business. And then the other side is people who have questions about real estate, questions about, I just don't know if now's the right time, or if we should wait to buy or sell, or different things in regards to investing. And we do it real time. We do it all real time. And again, you can ask your questions right here and they will roll across the bottom. I have to say, StreamYard in the past year has really, dang, it's upped its game. I like everything I'm seeing. So if you're looking for a platform to do some live streaming on, or even do some recordings, StreamYard is it. It's not cheap though. I'm going to put it out there. It isn't cheap, but it is very, very user-friendly. Okay, so if this is your first time seeing me, my name is Joannie Bates. I am the founder and CEO of JB & Co., which is a concierge real estate company in the ATL. And I also started another company because why not? And that company is called Reimagined. It is a staging and design company because that makes sense. Why does it make sense? Because within my real estate business, I offer curated concierge service. And every single home that I list gets free staging, it gets a free dumpster, it gets a free deep cleaning. And all of that comes together with very skilled people. And I started thinking, agents, sweet agents, it's tough out there. It really is. It is a tough market. And buyers are walking into a house, and if it is not the prettiest girl at the dance, they're gone. They're gone. They're not going to stick around. They're not going to buy the house. They're not even going to think about putting in an offer. They are going to walk out the door. So I started offering my staging services to other agents, and it has been phenomenal. My sweet friend Karen Vasquenza is a talented designer, talented stager, and we just said, hey, why don't we do this? She came in alongside me as my principal stager, and we do it all. Vacant homes, chef's kiss. We completely furniture, kitchens, primary, bedrooms, baths. It can take take a little wallflower and make her good, really, really good. And we've got the stats to prove it. So that has been exciting. That has been new for myself. JB & Co. is now a collective. I don't know if I'm going to keep that name. It might sounds a little bit Borg. I don't know. But the idea being is that the JB & Co. brand is now not just real estate, but it is also staging and design. And it's very, very exciting. So what we're talking about today is, honestly, I talk about what you want to talk about. So where were you 6 years ago? Drop it in the comments. We're doing real talk, real life, and a little bit of real estate. For those of you who don't know me and don't know my story and are like, why is this chick sitting in a pink office talking about this stuff? Who is she? So, and I really am trying to get my favorite whiskey opened. I realized it was a new bottle and I might need to call in hubby to assist. I will introduce what we're drinking tonight if I can actually get it open. Anyways, if you are not a fan of whiskey and you're like, why on earth would you be drinking that? And why would you call this thing Whiskey Wednesday? Because whiskey's good. Whiskey's real good. Old Smoky. It's very cute. It's a very cute bottle. It almost looks like books. You line them up with all the good flavors. And this is called cookie dough. And it tastes just like cookie dough. It's amazing. It is amazing. Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick, a little bit about me and why I'm talking to you, right? So real quick background, because y'all don't want to hear all this stuff about me. We, hubby and I, hello, my sweet honey. Suzanne, we're back. We're back doing Whiskey Wednesday. Can you believe it? We're back. Okay, I'm getting it open now. So 6 years ago, I got into this real estate gig, and I didn't get into real estate because I was like, that sounds like a nice thing to do. It sounds like a good, I don't know, way to spend my time. That is not why I got into real estate. I had a huge why, and that was because my husband, Aaron, love of my life, we have been married for 32 years. And he was vice president of innovation and design. Super brilliant guy, still super brilliant. But he started to not feel very good. He really started to struggle, and we couldn't figure it out. We couldn't figure out what was going on, what was happening with him. So of course, I was stay-at-home mom for 25 years. Loved every bit of it. Went to Michigan State. That's where I met Aaron. My background is human resource management, 5 years in the workforce with Hewlett-Packard. And then I was really, really blessed to be able to stay at home with my 4 kids. But like I said, we could see something was going on with Aaron and we didn't know what it was. So I started thinking, we need to pivot. We need to pivot a little bit. He went on what was called short-term disability. And when he was on short-term disability, I got my real estate license. We had already had a couple of rental properties, so I knew the gig. I mean, I knew what was going on, right? I kind of got it. And started real estate in 2020 and 2 massive strokes on Thanksgiving. And that was pretty shitty. It changed everything. And we knew that there was a problem, like I said, but he was diagnosed with sarcoidosis. If you don't know what sarcoidosis is, that's a whole different video. But I literally needed to become the miracle my family needed. At the time, we had 3 kids in college and no health insurance, and it wasn't fun. I always drink whiskey out of a teacup. Not because there's a country song written about it, but there's a story behind it. I will let you know that story on a different video. So what did I do? I started real estate in 2020 and I failed forward. I failed forward so fast, it'd make your head spin. I mean, it would literally make your head spin. I had no choice. I had no choice but to truly make this thing that I'm doing now work. And it was scary. It was really scary. Has there ever been a time in your life where you were like, no one's coming? No one's coming to make this better. No one's coming to quote unquote save you. And it's time. It's time to get up and go. Keller Williams, this office that I'm in, Keller Williams West Cobb, is part of the reason that I am extremely successful today, because they got it. They got it real quick. They saw me walk in the door, and I had blinders on, and I went to every class. I dug in like no one's business. I lived and breathed real estate. And 6 years later, I am continuously in the top, let's say I've been top 15%, top 5%, top 10%. It kind of varies in there, but I'm always what's called a mega agent. And now I teach, I coach, and my biggest thing that I'm proud of is I serve. I serve. I am no longer in the, what I call the oh shit moment. I am firmly planted in girl did it. Girl did it. Girl got it done. By the grace of God, we got it done. Aaron is doing so good. He's great. We were able to, thanks to all the people who believed in me and became my clients and surpassed the expectations of my need to take care of the family into a life really well lived. We were able to get him special treatment, special doctors, of course, nothing that insurance pays for. And he is fantastic. Like, he's doing so incredibly good. Both Sarah Grace and Nicholas were able to go to Auburn, out of state. If you know, you know. Good Lord. And guess what? They both graduated 2026. They both graduated from Auburn. Aaron's good. 2 older kids are doing great. They've got their people. They've got their partners. They've got their pets. They're out being amazing. And because of real estate, because of this incredibly amazing career, I was able to move mom and dad from Florida to Georgia and take care of them. They were in their 80s, and dad passed away June 3rd of this year. And you know what? And this is all under real estate. I will give this all to real estate. Aaron and I were able to take care of dad, take care of them in ways we couldn't even imagine. Got to take them to Auburn, War Eagle, do all the things, treat them, and be present in those final hours and final days with dad. There's nothing like living well and dying well. So, and I will put that underneath the umbrella of real estate, because I have poured in so much into this company called Keller Williams and this office. I was able to pull back and be a daughter and be present. And Jeffrey at the office, Annette at the office, pulled in and took care of my clients while I was able to be with my family. And that is where I've been. That is where I've been. That is my story. And what's super cool is if you go back into the media section of my website and look at the old stuff for Wine Wednesday, you will see the growth, you will see the confidence, you will see the difference, you will see the change. And I'm here for it. And not only am I here for it, but I'm here to pour in and give back, because so many people 6 years ago poured into me because they saw that I meant what I said and that I was going to be successful, and it worked. And if I'm looking at this, what's the hardest lesson you've learned in business? I am going to put that out there to you and ask you that question about what is your hardest lesson you've learned in business. And I will say, for me, it wasn't so much a hard lesson as it was a reality. I'm going to go to church for a second. Like I said, number one, no one's coming. No one's going to come and make things easier for you. Number two, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Period. Yes, you can. Number three, it's going to be hard. When you think it's hard, you're just getting started. When you're upset and you're crying and you're ill about it, that's your first mile. It's not your last mile, it's your first. And four on that one, I mean it. I mean this with everything. Persistency, dedication, and doing it over and over again beats IQ any day. It beats wealth and all the advantages and all the other things that I know other people had more than I did in that sense. Dedication and commitment to doing this hard stuff over and over and over and over. It's like water going through a rock. You can't crush the rock. You just have to keep doing it, and eventually you break the rock apart. And it's a God thing. It's amazing to have experienced it. And now I want to encourage you. I started real estate at 50. I am 56 now, and I am now starting another company. Well, started another company, and it's amazing. And I have investors and I have employees, and I'm going to talk to the ladies. Don't be afraid. If your kids are out to school, your house is quiet, don't get a cat. Start a business. Invest in you. You have spent so much time investing in other people. It feels weird and foreign, but now's your day. Now's your day to jump out there and serve people in a way that's unexpected. It's unexpected. Okay, let's see. What is the next question here? Okay, have you ever had to start over? Ooh, goodness gracious. I'm going to be real honest about the start over part. So yeah, I went to college. I went to Michigan State. That's where I met Aaron. And again, like I said, human resource degree, and worked for Hewlett Packard for 5 years, and I was done. And I was happy to be done. I was happy to raise 4 kids. I homeschooled them. I did all these things. I was very happy about that. I even remember a conversation I had with Aaron that was like, hey, babe, do you think that I'm ever going to have to like work again? He's like, no, why? I'm a vice president. Why would you? We're good. I was like, let's go raise some kids. Loved it. But then life has a way of happening, doesn't it? Life has a way of happening, and you have to roll with it. I mean, sure, can you sit in the back of your closet and be upset? Sure, there's time for that. But you don't stay there. You absolutely don't stay there. And you lean into your tribe. I got to tell you, shout out. Hello, Karen. Shout out to girlfriends. Take care of your girlfriends. Let's just put it that way. Because your real girlfriends are going to get in the back of the closet with you. They're going to hang out with you. They're going to snuggle with you in your bed. They're going to bring you wine. And they're going to say, we got this. That's exactly what continues to happen to me. Not just with Aaron having strokes, not just with starting businesses and being scared, but in life. Find that tribe and lean into them. I started finding my tribe that has completely changed, by the way. Completely changed. And that's a good thing. I'm going to pause right there. It's a good thing. When you're changing who you are and you're redefining your space and you're changing how you define yourself, all those folks who used to be at your table are not going to be comfortable. Some are going to stay, but most of them are going to leave, and it's okay. Okay, bless and release, bless and release. It's okay that they go. A little bit of ouch. But man, the room that you make I have the chills, for so many incredible people to come into your life and pour into you right where you're at and show you, damn, wow, look at the things that you can do. Oh, the places you'll go, the fun you'll have, the people you'll serve, and the lives that you will seriously change. And I'm still just talking about real estate. I'm talking about staging. I'm talking about this niche of a market. It's true. It's so, so true that you can absolutely change lives within this space. There is no other industry that has such a low cost of entry. You got to pass a test. I gotta be honest with you, it wasn't an easy test. You gotta pass the test, and then you have to work your ass off. If you're willing to work, you will succeed. And the reason you'll succeed is because you focus on service. No one is calling you up because they've had a really great day and they need to sell their house. Most of the time, it's not a great day. Most of the time, the questions that you need to ask are you okay? How can I serve you? Not, I'm going to put a sign in here, I'm going to get your house sold. It's so much more than that. It's a mission. It's a ministry. It's caring for people's heart in a time of need. And you just so happen to be really good at selling houses. Does that feel like church? I kind of just went to church. Amen. Okay, here's the next question. What would you do if failure wasn't an option? You can reinvent yourself at any age. Can I say it again for the kids in the back of the room? You are never too young or too old to stop in your tracks and say, this is not where I want to be. This is not who I want to be with. This is not where I want to be going. Change. Full stop. Change. There are so many different ways that you can do that. So many different people that you can talk to assist in that. It's never okay to have someone speak to you in a way that isn't always loving and kind. Go. We're not doing any of that crazy. And if your bank account is real low and you're scared, it's okay. It's okay. That's your motivation. That's your motivation. So that's what we do here every Wednesday at 7:00 is we drink whiskey from a teacup. This one happens to be a 100-year-old teacup from Germany, given to me by a client because she's amazing. Wendy. And we're going to talk about all things real estate and all things reimagined and all things change. If you are ready to make a change in your life, girls, I love you so much. Miss Suzanne, church doesn't always have double doors and a steeple. You're right, baby. It doesn't. And Suzanne is a dear friend and a client. And that's the blessing about this industry too, is you get to be welcomed into someone's heart. And in turn, they take care of you when you need it. Suzanne and her sweet husband, Chris, took care of me when Daddy passed. And it was, well, you know I love you. So I will see you all next week. Same time, same place. And I will give you the reason why we drink whiskey from a teacup. All right. Be blessed.